Hey, what is up, GSR fans? PeekaBooki here, and we are going to be doing an episode of Maxed Out Performance. So how this works is we are going to get a car at random, either via wheel spin or inventory that I have in my garage, picked at random, and we are going to max it out and see how it does in each category. We're going to test it stock, just kind of play with it in a, a regular road race or maybe a street scene race, and then we're going to bump it up as much as we can and play it in each category. We're going to do road race, street scene, dirt rally, cross country, and then we're going to top it off with drag racing. And if it looks like it can be a good drift car, might even test it in drift. So we're going to get started here, popping up a wheel spin, and see what car we are going to play with today. Alright, looks like we are going to be testing the 2017 Jaguar F-Pace S. I did another wheel spin here, so maybe we'll save that one for next time. Okay. So let's head into the garage here. And check out this new car we got. I passed it. Here we are. Alright, so let's take a look at this bad boy here. Got a pretty nice size engine in this thing. Some nice interior. Good trunk space. Might get one of these for myself one day, who knows. Alright, so let's take this out on the road without doing any upgrades yet and just see how it drives. Kind of get a feel for it here. Alright. It's definitely got some power to it. It's got a real nice look. Let's take this thing, a little street race here, and a little road race. See how it does in its own category with other sport utility heroes. And this is right off the bat. Looks like it's almost maxed out as a B class already. So we'll see how that does. And we'll get started here with some racing. Let's do this. So I am not racing online. I just prefer to go ahead and keep it offline. Just because I don't really have great internet out here anyway. But you might see some videos coming up where I'll probably do some showcase showdowns and then do a seasonal objective playthrough. I don't know, we'll see what happens. So far I am really liking this Jaguar here. It's really not too hard to drive. Not too great on the corners yet, but still getting used to that handling. It doesn't really feel heavy like most SUVs in this game do. It really feels like it's made to handle the road, which I really like about it. It's real smooth on the road, not heavy. You don't really feel those shocks giving left and right like some SUVs do that are made to be off-roading. Compared to these other guys, now I am racing on Unbeatable, so I am playing as hardcore as I can just to kind of see the best testing out of this thing, and hopefully, having the other vehicles doing their best compared to me driving this kind of gives an accurate you know, an accurate say on how this vehicle performs compared to others in its class. So if I wasn't making all the little boo-boos and errors that I am playing with this vehicle for the first time, I would more than likely have placed first. But that's okay. You know, we're still getting used to it. I'd say all in all, I could have easily won that if I had played with this vehicle just a little bit more. So I like it just right off the bat. It really doesn't need much tuning in the way of street racing, or street scene and road race. I think would be okay. Now off-road, you might start having a little bit of trouble. Let's take it on the dirt over here. If I can attempt this without hitting a wall. Kind of see how my handling is on this little dirt route over here. Not gonna do a race quite yet, but let me just see how it handles on dirt. So really, it's not too bad on dirt either. So you might be able to just right off the bat play with this car in pretty much any category. You might be having a little bit of trouble on rally with bottoming this guy out on some of those big jumps. But it feels pretty good, even on dirt. Not really sliding much, runs real smooth. So I'm even liking it on dirt. Alrighty. I think, to tell you the truth, this one might be good right off the bat. You shouldn't have to do too much with it in the way of upgrades and performance adding to it to win anything. But the point of this video is to max them out and see what they can do. So that's what we are heading over to do. Head back to the festival garage here. Ooh, if I can make it in one piece. And beef this bad boy up as high as we can. So our first setup that we're going to do here is going to be for road race and street scene. And then once we get into dirt rally and cross country, we'll set it up with a different kind of suspension and some rally tires and stuff. So let's see. Okay, so in terms of performance, you got kind of two options here. I would think the 6.2 liter V8 is going to be better if we're driving on the road. This rally engine might do a little bit better racing on the dirt. So we are going to, in terms of just raising performance, we're going to go ahead and go with the V8 here. And, okay, we're definitely going to keep it on all-wheel drive. And it looks like the turbo gives it just a couple more points. So we're going to go ahead and go with the turbo here. And, oh, now look at that. Now that really lifts it and gets it rally ready there. That does raise the performance point. So we're going to go ahead and pop that on there. I really like the look of that, to tell you the truth. That's pretty cool. Really widens the tires out there. Alright. So let's see. So that one's going to bump it up with performance. So we're going to go with that. Let's see. So it looks like the wing is kind of optional in the way of performance. It does raise handling, but it also lowers your speed. With an SUV though, I think it would be best to get that. One, it looks cool. And two, you definitely need as much turning you need, or you can get, on an SUV. Okay, so that lowers it a little bit. We might put that on with that bumper guard when we go to rally racing. But for now, So we're going to leave that off for now in terms of performance score. And you might notice a little hiccup here and there on my video. I am recording in 10-minute intervals on Bandicam here, which is the recording software that I use for this. I've yet to obtain the full version, so just kind of bear with me until I can get that. I'm not really great in the way of money on my end right now, so I do apologize for that. But I will get that taken care of as soon as possible, I promise. Those are some very wide tires. I'll tell you what, 365s are adding a lot to it. But it does add performance, and that's what we're going for. So, and I bet those will help out a lot once we start driving on the dirt. Alright. We'll leave the rim size alone. Alright, let's get this transmission going up here. That way, if we want to tune it, we can. Get it a little more comfortable for the way you race. So it looks like as of right now, the roll cage is not going to be a friend. So we're going to leave that off for now, and might pop that on there when we start doing some rally and cross-country races. And let's see what we can do with this engine here. I'm just kind of skipping right over to the final one, because I know after playing this for a minute, the last one's usually the best one. I mean, it's kind of a given. Playing Forza games, that's how they always got it set up. Alright, so definitely boosting this guy up. We're dropping about a little over 700 pounds there. Adding a little over 600 horsepower. And raising those lateral G's, going from a B class to an S2. So I'd say that's pretty good. It's cost you about $110,000, depending on which things you want on it. If you're setting it up for dirt, it's probably going to be the same price. And I've noticed it's kind of typical with almost every vehicle in this game. If you want to max it out and tune it, it's going to cost you anywhere from $100,000 to $150,000. So just kind of make sure you got that available to play with when you do this. And if you guys are wondering, because I'm going to be doing a video for pretty much every vehicle in this game, at least the ones that I can get. I know some of them are very hard to obtain. You can only get them through special events or through a wheel spin. You just got to kind of get lucky on a few of them. But I'm going to try my best to get every vehicle I can and make a video of it for you guys. So, as I was saying, you're probably wondering how I'm getting all the money for this. I will actually do an episode of that for you next time. Show you a little trick on how to get some good bank with just a couple races. So, I'll hold on to that little secret for next time. So keep an eye out for a video like that. Whoa, my goodness. Okay. So definitely feeling a lot more horsepower here. Alright. So let's head over to a road race here. And see how we handle now in the Sports Utility Hero class. And I am not too far on the playthrough on this game. I think I'm like on level 43 on my wristband level. But I'll be playing, yeah, I'm level 43. I'll be playing this a lot, getting some more cars. Going a little crazy for you guys, maxing them out. Alright, let's do this, see how we do in S2 class. So it looks like I got some guys pulling away from me here. That's okay. Oh. Got some aggressive drivatars here. Oh goodness. Okay. I'm going to try to avoid using rewind as much as I can. Unless I just absolutely demolish my vehicle here. Definitely handling really good on the turns. Not sliding as some SUVs would with that weight. But with these tires as wide as they are, that center of gravity is really shifted. So I would expect no less. Alright, so we're definitely kicking up some speed here. That initial acceleration off the line was not quite as good as everybody else, but I definitely have a lot more speed here, and I'm catching up very quickly with these guys. Gotta really float that throttle though. This thing now has a little bit of torque, so if you gas it and floor it right in the middle of a corner, you're gonna hit that wall. It's gonna take off right into it. Alright, so we placed first. The vehicle feels a whole lot different now. Definitely a lot faster and a lot smoother on those corners. I really like the upgrade on that. Runs real smooth. It almost doesn't feel like you're driving an SUV. If you couldn't see your vehicle and just saw a little black square in the middle of the screen, you would almost think you were driving a car. It doesn't feel like an SUV, like most of them on this game do. It runs really, really smooth. Okay. Oh, there's a street scene race right there. So we're going to head over to this and see how we do with just some other vehicles in S2 class. So for those of you who have played Street Scene, you'll know that when you race on this, it's anybody with a similar class to what your vehicle is. So there can be Ferraris, SUVs, a little bit of everything in this race. As long as it's the same class, it doesn't matter, it's going to race you. So this kind of opens us up to more opponent types here to see how we act in this race with a little bit of everything against us. So as you can tell, we got some hyper cars. Looks like we got some rally cars on here too. I think I even see a Lego racer. So we're definitely keeping up very easily, I might say. Ooh, okay. Wasn't really expecting that jump there. Like I've said, I've played this a little bit, but I'm still kind of getting used to all the roads and stuff, so I don't really know where I'm going all the time, but... And that's why I have the turn line on for the race. Don't necessarily need it to know when I need to stop, but I need to be able to see these corners. I don't have the best eyesight, so it kind of helps me out there. Alright. I might add too, for those of you who play with a racing wheel, I am just using a typical Xbox controller. I'm not using a racing wheel or foot pedals for this. I do have one, but I do play better without it. I gotta put more time in on the wheel so I can get more used to it. But for now I do a lot better with the controller, so that's why I'm using it for testing. So those of you who have the wheel and are better might have similar results as me. And if you're like me on the wheel, you're going to be in last place, not doing very good. Alright, we're getting close. Sorry about that, I wasn't checking my time. So we're at that 10-minute interval. Alright, didn't miss much. I just paused the game. I heard the tone go off that I stopped recording, so. As I was about to say, sliding a little bit on this one. The turns aren't as smooth as that first race, and I was really driving a little more aggressive than I needed to. But if you look at the vehicles we were racing against, we really did good. I mean, we lost to a Lamborghini and a Porsche. So, I'd say we did really great. Now, if you lower this thing down, maybe to an S1 class or an A class, I think you'd be doing pretty good on the street scene race. And I might do that at the end of this episode. Tune it the way I like it, in the best category that I think it feels for, and kind of show you what I did with the tuning and stuff. That way, if you want to set it up like I do, you can kind of see what it did. So, oh, we unlocked another wheel spin here. See if we can get another vehicle for an episode later down the road. Nope. We got some more cash though to help us out on our upgrades. Maybe even buy another house on here. Who knows? I'll see what I want to do. Okay, so that was street scene and a road race. So now we're going to head back to the festival. Oh, it's up there. I was heading in the wrong direction. Oh my goodness. Alright, so let's try to make it back up here in one piece. Oh, we got that wall in the way. Most of the time you can get to your destination by just going in a straight line, but not always. There's usually a house or a tree sometimes. Or in the case of the festival, a lot of gates and walls. Some, you know, people camping out. Alright. So let's set this bad boy up for a dirt setup and rally. Spend a little bit more money there. Okay. So we do have that all-wheel drive conversion. What I'm going to do is test to see the performance on this with that the current engine that we have in it, that big V8. And then I'm going to see what it looks like compared to that turbo. And kind of see what the class difference is on that. If it's better with that turbo rally engine, then I will pop that bad boy in there and test that for dirt racing. So we got the rally off-road tires there, as you can see. They got that really deep grooves in them. Alright. And then we're going to change our suspension up. Oh, that is the wrong thing. And put some rally springs on this big boy. Okay, so it looks like that's at a 912. Oh, and something else I needed to do. I almost forgot that we didn't put this on last time. For rally, just for rally purposes, we're going to kind of make this look a little bit more like a rally car. And I know this is hurting the performance a hair, but just to kind of see what it looks like here. Okay. So with the engine that's in there now, we're setting at 895 in S1 class. So let's do a quick swap over to that turbo rally engine. It does look like it has a conversion option. Bear with me here. Let's get the transmission on this. Make sure we didn't lose any transmission stuff, because I've noticed on a few of mine, and it may have just been a little glitch or something. When I swap the engine, I usually lose some transmission upgrades. So, okay, there's the. Okay, so the other one had us sitting at 895. The turbo rally drops it down to 861. So we are going to go back with that other engine and kick it back on there. check that transmission again, just in case, because I just don't trust it after he did it to me that one time. Okay. And get our upgrades back on here. Do 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 do. Oops. Try that one more time. There we are. And there we go. Okay. Now, if you didn't want to make this with that rally look, you're going to be up in an S2 class. But I like that rally look, so we're going to keep that on there. All right. So let us go find a dirt rally race first, and then we'll test cross country. So loading up here. All right, let's see. Now, I know that's a dirt race over there, but I'm not going to pick it. And the reason I'm not is because if I remember that one correctly, you're mostly, yes, racing on asphalt. So you don't really get a good test of it on dirt. And I don't really want that for a performance test vehicle, so, or performance test race, I'm sorry. So we're going to head down here to this dirt circuit race. And this race should be available for everybody who's finished the tutorial, because the one I'm going to is the first dirt race you get to race with. So, if it looks familiar, that is why. And later on, as I level up a little bit more, unlock some more stuff, might do some testing in Lego Valley and on Fortune Island, so keep an eye out for that. And we'll test the vehicles that are unlocked with those DLCs and see how they act in their own territory. So I'm kind of eager to play with the Lego cars. I've yet to experience that. And it's very hard not to go ahead and do it. But I kind of wanted to play this in the way that everyone else had to start out, so that's what I'm doing. Anywho, let's get this race on the road. Or I should say on the dirt, right? Okay. You guys, you gotta really think about your gamer tags. I mean, come on, some of these that I'm seeing, I mean, I know I'm not racing online, but these aren't auto-generated gamer tags. These are from you guys that are playing this game. I mean, seriously? Come on. You guys are nuts. I'm serious. Like, I almost have to raise the maturity viewing level of this video sometimes because of your gamer tags. I mean, Jesus. So anyway, back to talking about the car. I'm really liking it on dirt. It's kicking a little bit, but I kind of like that. It lets you drift around those corners a little easier while you're on dirt, and I kind of enjoy racing on dirt like that. It's still kind of a little tight. I'd like it to be a little looser on the turning. So as you can see, I'm really kind of going back and forth here. It's not awful. I'm just not quite used to it. But it's not as good of a feel that I had while street racing with this one. and maybe on this next lap I'll be a little bit better. Even with the rally tires though, it still handles real well on that little strip of asphalt there. But once I get on the dirt, I feel like I'm kind of slowing down. Oh goodness. Alright. So getting a little bit better at it. Really got to float that throttle, even coming out of the corner almost. Because taking off even right there at the end, you really got to correct steer to keep from that right there. If you saw my tail whip out there. So you really got to be careful with that. These tires got some good grip on this dirt. So even though it's a little bit looser, you really don't feel a whole lot of different grip coming from asphalt to dirt. It's really not that much different with this one. Alright, we still finished first. It did take me a second to get a little more used to it, but I think I did good. And we did have the best lap out of all the other vehicles racing. So I really like it on the dirt races. Hey, I got a new t-shirt. Hey, look at that. Alrighty. So now let us find a good rally race. Check my maps here. Here's one. Not too far away. So we'll go head over there. Let's take a shortcut. Why not? I know there's some trees in the way, but... Ooh, yeah. Oh, that is a rather smooth landing. Usually you'll feel your controller just vibrate like nuts hitting the ground, but you know, giving you that feel of it really bottoming out. It's landing really, really smooth. It's not giving a, you know, that chaotic whip that sometimes you get when you land in a vehicle and just you lose all traction and control. This one's really running smooth. So I'm kind of eager and curious to see how we do on this rally race here. Or this cross-country race, I'm sorry. Oh, hang on. We're going to have to do a blueprint on this one. So, go ahead and go with Sports Utility. And just do a quick creation there. There we go. That's something else too, if you guys really just like a certain car, you can almost beat this game with just one car. I mean, I know you can't really beat the game, but you know, you can just progress as far as you want with just one car with the blueprint option on here. So that is pretty cool. And I like the fact that it has that for these vehicles here. These videos here, I'm sorry. So we can, you know, test one car in every category. Which is pretty awesome. Okay, so these guys are, my goodness, driving very aggressive. Oh man. So around them is going to be a little bit of a pain in their rear end, but okay. So I'm really not having to slow down as much as they are, and you can see that they're losing their traction very easily. So it doesn't look like the game really generates a cross-country setup for these guys too well. Yeah, you can see they're really losing traction, and now I'm probably going to pull away very quickly from these guys because I was having to, oh my goodness, and I missed a checkpoint. I'm going to have to rewind that. Oh boy. And I had some skill score going too that I lost now. Oh well. But as I was saying, I was really having to slow it down just to keep from hitting anybody while racing. And messing myself up by doing so. Because they were really slowing down on those corners. And even on straightaways, they were just kind of all over the road sometimes. So yeah, I'm way ahead already. And I just passed them a few seconds ago, so as long as you can get around them, you got a good chance. And like I said, it's really smooth going off jumps. You don't. Oh man, I was not paying attention. I was looking at my odometer there and checking the speed. I've really got to pay attention here. I keep doing it. I was trying to see how badly the water affects your speed, because I know hitting water slows you down. Yeah, landing in water is kind of rough on this one, but not too, not too much worse than it is on any other vehicle. All right, and most of the racers had a very similar class score, so with Rally, if you're racing with the sports utility heroes, you got a real good chance because they're just all over the place. Oh, we got some yellow booties. Yellow wellies, whatever.
Right, we've cut down the field again. You're racing against only hardcore cross-country drivers now. The kind who carry their own tools and sleeping bag. Welcome to round 5 of the cross-country racing series.
Alrighty. So now, we're going to head back to the festival and do a drag setup. So I'm going to quick travel there for you guys and just skip ahead to me getting there. So here we go. Alright guys, so I'm here at the Horizon Garage, and now we are going to do a drag race setup here. If you hear a little voice in the background behind me, my little man's here with me, so he's going to help us test this thing out. Alright, so let's put some drag tires on here. And what was I going to do next? I remember. Let's get that suspension down. There we go. And that roll cage slows it down, so we're going to take that out. And then we're going to take some of this weight off. So, okay, that leaves some speed on it. That was better. And then we're going to take that off. Okie dokie. Alright. So now, I'm going to do some tuning a little bit and see how that speed looks. I'm not going to go too technical into it, just do some quick stuff here. I like even numbers, so we're going to go by 10s here and see if we're gaining any speed. So I don't want to lose too much acceleration while gaining speed. So it doesn't look like we're changing much. I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. And then let's fix up that rear suspension. That way we get some better speed. It's not really slowing us down. That's what I want. Okay. Okie dokie. Let's head over to the drag strip and see how we do. I'm just going to go to the one here at the festival. I know there are others but I don't really have very many unlocked yet. So we're gonna go ahead and go with this one. Hang on, bud. Let's do a drag race. You want to sit down and watch? All right. Race against some more sports utility heroes. And we are back up just barely over the line to S2 class here. So let's see how this goes. Oh, a lot quicker than the other guys. And it didn't look like they were starting to catch up. So for a longer drag race, I think this car would be pretty good. And it looks like their classes were not, well, some of them weren't too much lower than mine, so I'd say it was kind of a fair race. And it did really good. Yeah, right? It was fast, huh? Alright, so I'm going to do something now just to kind of see. Hey, we got some upgrade on our drag. Alright.
Yeah.
Check you out. Well, you're through to the next round.
So I've got some more drag races now too. Might do one of them next time. If they're I'll have to go play with them and see if they're a longer route. Alright, so let's head over here to the highway. And I'm just going to kind of see how fast we can get while still using this drag race setup. So let's head over there and see who we do. Oh goodness. Alright. One thing about having a car made for a drag setup, you don't really get much in the way of grip. And, well, I shouldn't say grip. You don't really get much in the way of handling. You still want a lot of grip because you want to get off that line as quick as you can. So don't, you know, leave out the grip. So let's try to get over here. Shouldn't take us too long because this beast easily hits 200 miles an hour, which is just ridiculous. Pick a quick shortcut here. Oh, almost made it. And I know once I get on this road up here, it's a straightaway. So. Okay, here we go. If I can stay on the road. Alright guys, I'm here at the highway. Let's see how this thing does. You gotta love that sound of these cars in this tunnel. Looks like we hit 200. Hang on. Let me fix that. Hold on. Seems gotta really be careful steering this bad boy. Oh boy. There we go. Kind of. Alright. 220. Still climbing. 222. 3. I think 223 is about as good as we're gonna get. See what I can get on the speed trap up here. Alright. 208 on the speed trap. I got it up to 223 on speed. So I wouldn't say that was too bad. All things considered. Alright. Well, hey, let me know how you liked it. Like I said before, if the car had an option for drift setup, I'd test it in drift. This one does not, so we're just going to go ahead and leave that out of this episode. Alright guys, I know I said I would pick these at random, but if you got a suggestion for a vehicle that you really want to see me test and max out, I will do my best to obtain it if I don't already have it, and see what we can do on that. So, shoot me a comment, let me know, and let me know how you like the video, and if you have any suggestions for testing that you'd like me to do a little later on. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and hit us up on Facebook. Look for GSR Gaming on Facebook. I'm sorry. And give us a like, and that way you can be updated on videos that are coming out, and you know, just kind of shoot us some ideas of something you'd like us to do. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you have an awesome day. You guys are amazing. God bless.